post-World War I movement in the 1920s. With jazz music and dance emerged. Although the era ended at the beginning of the Great Depression in the 1930s, jazz has lived on in American pop culture. The birth of jazz music is often attributed to African Americans, but both black and white Americans alike are responsible for its immense rise in popularity. The rise of jazz coincided with the rise of radio broadcast and recording technology, with the most popular show being the Milwaukee Palms concert and big band's jazz programs. Our guests today include Jelly Roll Morton, Louis Armstrong, and our first guest of the day, Duke Ellington. Please give a warm and jazzy welcome for our first guest of the day, Duke Ellington.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, Duke. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your jazz music.
I prefer to call my music American music rather than jazz. I'm one of the most influential figures in jazz, if not in all American music, and am widely considered as one of the 20th century's best-known African-American personalities.
Amazing. How do you feel that you've contributed to society?
I influenced millions of people both around the world and at home. I gave American music its own sound for the first time. In my 50-year career, I played over 20,000 performances in Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, as well as Asia.
That's quite an extraordinary task you've accomplished. That's quite exceptional. Thank you for allowing me to have a first-hand account. That's all we have time for today, so stick around, and we'll see you later. Please welcome our next guest, Mr. Louis Armstrong. Hello. Hello, Mr. Armstrong. How do you feel that you've impacted the music society?
I've been singing since my early days in Chicago, but it wasn't until the 1950s the audience began to recognize my remarkable skills. My rough and throaty voice became almost instantly the international recognized choice of jazz itself.
How do you feel that you've been treated differently since you became famous?
With my increasing fame, however, it came with the criticism of black community that felt I wasn't living up to the responsibilities of the time. The late 50s brought with them the civil rights movement, and many blacks saw me as Uncle Tom playing for primary white audiences around the world.
Very interesting. Thank you for your time today, Mr. Armstrong. That's all we have time for today. I'll see you later. Please give a warm and jazzy welcome for our next guest, Mr. Jelly Roll Morton. Hello, Mr. Morton. Hello. How do you feel about being an artist in Great Depression?
Despite making use of harmonized ensembles and allowing more room for solo improvisation in his music, I continue to remain true to my New Orleans roots, producing music that gradually came to be viewed as old-fashioned and dingy. As a result, I fell out of the limelight and struggled to earn a living during
Understandable. How do you feel about white people getting more airtime on the radio?
Due to the racial prejudices prevalent at most radio stations, white American jazz artists receive much more airtime than black jazz artists such as myself. It was frustrating at times, but I was able to overcome it.
I see. Alright, well that's all we have time for today, so thank you for interviewing with me. Thank you. Have a good day.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's one you all can sing with us. When the Saints go marching in. When the Saints go marching in. Now when the Saints go marching in. Yes, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in.